there. Welcome back to another episode of I Am Not Naming This Podcast. I hope that you are feeling fantastic and ready to tune in because I have a special episode for you. Let's dive in, shall we? I just love the Hollywood Hills, so please indulge me for a moment. Seeing them on TV really doesn't do it justice. It is absolutely beautiful looking at the mountainside and all of the homes that they have been able to craft into the mountain almost is what it looks like when you're looking at it. And I am so curious about that building process because automatically my realtor mind kicks in and I'm like, how do you inspect the foundation of these homes? Do the inspectors catapult off the mountain to get under there? I really want to know. And in fact, I'm going to reach out to some of my realtor friends in California, unless someone listening can answer this question in the comments for me. I am so curious about how that works. But the beautiful thing is that I get to meet people wherever I go. That includes agents. And so it helps me to build my referral network of people who I can then send my clients to and know that they're going to do a great job. I love my clients so much, and it's amazing that I'm able to help them all around the world because of this. Anyway, that's my tangent about how cool California real estate is. Now, back to the moment when I decided that I was going to fill my day with absolutely nothing on my schedule. So when I got up that morning, I set out to just have an adventure. And the first thing I did was I went down to speak to the concierge and I asked them, okay, what are the places that I must go to for brunch? I loved the name of one of them. So I knew that I was going to go there. I was like, great. I want to meet people, just take it all in. So I'm walking. It's a beautiful day. I am talking to strangers and and then I get to the butcher, the baker, the cappuccino maker. The name alone convinced me. I didn't even need to look at the menu. I don't care what they serve. I wanted to be there. And so when I get there, I go and sit at the bar because after talking to the hostess, she concurred that I'd have a lot more fun at the bar where I can just freely talk to people and not have to, scream across tables or anything. So I sit down. It turns out that I did also scream across tables, but that's because somebody spoke to me like from a neighboring table. So of course I responded to them. And then I sat next to a really nice guy and we were chit-chatting and he was just having a great day. He lives, close to the area and came by to just get some good food and have a massage. I'm like, yeah, see, that's the perfect day. We ended up talking, it must have been for like an hour or something like that. I managed to have brunch with strangers who were really, really sweet, kind people. And then I head over to Sunset Blvd and I'm just walking around to see what I want to do next. And then I see that there's this long line and I'm not sure what it is. So I go over and sure enough, it is another cafe called The Dialogue. Now, I heard great things about this. This was a second recommendation from the concierge and I didn't map it out or anything. I just stumbled upon it. And I'm like, okay, clearly this is a sign. So I'm going to go. Now, I was already full, so I didn't order food. I just got a nice drink. And so while I'm sitting there waiting for my drink, I meet this woman who was so sweet. We started talking. She's telling me all about the town. And then, of course, I start talking about the podcast. I'm telling everyone about the podcast, by the way, because I'm like, you got to listen to it, okay? Just check it out. Let me know what you think. Let's stay connected. I think you're going to have fun listening to it. It was such a pleasure meeting her. So from there, I go to a bookstore. I meet another amazing person. We're talking about hair. And if you don't already know, I can talk about hair for a very long time. So we had a really good conversation. From there, I went to another cool place called Equinox. They let me tour their gym facilities. They have a mega gym over there. And there was a beautiful view of the city from that gym. I tell you this because I just want to remind you of how good people are. You know, regardless of what rush hour traffic may have you believe, people are so good and warm and kind and loving. We just have to stop and really notice those things. Fast forward, I get back to the hotel and I walk into the room and I'm like, oh, there's something on the floor. So I pick it up and come to find out, I am guest of the day. I had no idea that that was a thing. And I'm like, oh my goodness, guest of the day. What does this mean? And so I'm reading. So I get to choose from 3 prizes, either a free movie to watch in my room or a free cookie. I guess this is some kind of really delicious, maybe giant cookie or something like that, or a free bottle of wine, just for being selected as guest of the day. I was so excited and I was so grateful for the staff because I know they handpicked me, okay? It wasn't like a random thing, it was the vibes because we were just having such a good time. I know that's why I became guest of the day and I'm all for it. So, yep, I'd allowed it to go straight to my head. And I'm joking, of course, whether it was random or if they intentionally sent it to me. I think it was such a kind gesture and it was very well received. That's great marketing, by the way. They know just what to do to get a customer to come back because I will definitely stay there again. Then I start thinking, maybe I should calm down a little bit because things are just too good right now. And so then I stopped myself and I literally had to just have a moment to say, no. You don't get to panic. You don't get to start wondering what's going to go wrong and when. What you get to do is enjoy this moment and every other moment that has been full of happiness. You get to enjoy that. You don't get to worry about what is going to go wrong. So then what happens? Something goes wrong. And I'll tell you about it on the next episode. But don't worry, I won't make you wait too long. I'll have another episode for you this week. Talking to you is one of my favorite parts of the week. I hope you got something out of this episode today. If you'd like to help more people find I Am Not Naming This Podcast by Chernice Dieudonne, you can do so by subscribing and leaving a review. Also, feel free to share with a friend or family member.